It's JP with the Golden State Warriors. Now back to Steiny and Guru.
That would be Jordan Poole of the Washington Wizards. Chris Paul traded along with Ryan Rollins and 2 future draft picks for Chris Paul. Chris Paul is coming to the Bay Area. He's going to play for the Golden State Warriors. The crossover is brought to you by California Academy of Sciences. Every visit supports the Academy's mission to regenerate the natural world. Learn more and reserve your ticket at calacademy.org. Let's welcome in Willard and Dibs.
My brothers.
What's up, gentlemen?
My man, welcome home, Guru.
Yeah, welcome back.
Home, brother.
What a sound for sore ears.
Forget
Guru.
Cotter. Welcome back, Guru.
You know what?
brother.
I'm happy to be back. I miss both of you, and I'm going to give you both love. Steiny goes, what are you going to do, suck up to him? And I said, nope.
That's
One,
right.
I'm going to give Willard credit because you said when you left from out there last time you guys visited Chase, you just felt, Mark, let me know if I'm wrong, that Poole had lost like the building. And then Dibs, you were so done with them because I'm holding on to the 2022 Jordan Poole, but you said he couldn't play. And I think the guys and the players signed off on it. So you two, along with my partner, take your victory lap.
Well, there's a lot here.
Thank you, Gil.
Yeah, there's a lot here. And I've been listening since the second this thing broke. You guys, I was having a nice little lazy drive into the city.
I almost crashed my car.
Seriously, and then Steiny, I could hear it in your voice because it was the and then the joy in your voice. I'm like, oh God, here it comes. What's going to happen? So, but there's so much here, and what you just said, Goo. Yeah, there's pieces of that. I felt, and I firmly believe this still, maybe now more than ever. It felt in watching this team all year from multiple angles that they soured on him. And so I'm gonna walk away for years now thinking there's just 1,000 things that happened that we never saw. We saw the punch, we focus on that, but there were 1,000 other things that made them think on and off the court, this guy's not our guy. He's not blending with us. He doesn't make good decisions. He's too cocky. He wants a different role, whatever it is. And sure, did he get a raw deal on some aspects of this? There's no doubt. There's absolutely no doubt. But that is only one piece of this. The financial aspect of this that you guys have been talking about also, I find fascinating. Look, I'm like many Warrior fans. I'm throwing up in my mouth today at the idea of Chris Paul in a Warrior uniform.
I'm with you.
Get over
Oh,
it.
I'm
Throwing
with
up
you,
in my
Willard.
mouth over it, but I understand. I understand if that name were anyone else, I would love this deal because I understand the business and basketball aspects of what they just did.
Dibs?
He needs to get over it, the throw up in my mouth aspect of it, because
Not gonna happen.
whatever. We all want to talk about maximizing Steph Curry's window. So if you take his name off it and you add in a player who is 38 years old, who has this level of experience, these chops, this experience, and I do believe that he will come off the bench for the first time in his career,
yeah.
You would be thrilled to have this player as opposed to that player, the player that we all made fun of for falling down constantly, calling his own number, dribble. You've got a guy now who understands how to play in the association. You've got a team that is so veteran-laden, and they are veteran-thirsty, and now you have one of the great vets in the league. Forget the fact that his name is his name. Just put in this player into it, and realize that this is a guy who can help you win next year. And you know what? After next year, maybe Chris Paul's gone, and he probably is. Maybe Clay's gone, and he might be. And Draymond Green probably will be here, but it's all about next year. This whole thing was next year, and you can take 2 timelines, by the way, and flush it down the toilet, and you're going to need the plunger because it won't go down right away. You can go ahead and plunge that commode because 2 timelines is over.
No, there will always be 2 timelines. That we just don't have any faces as to who's going to be a part of the second timeline.
Ryan Rollins.
Yeah, well, no, he's got traded also.
Never mind.
You can have Patrick Baldwin Jr. if you want. You might have Jonathan Kuminga. I have no idea, but I do think. And what do you guys think of this? Those guys, and Jordan Poole as well. I ask this: what did they really give up today? What did they give up? Go ahead. What did they give up?
I thought he was at times, Willard and Dibs and Steiny, the third splash brother, a guy that showed you he could score 20 points a game, and when Curry was out, he could take it up another level or two. This was a guy that I thought was going to be the next. That's what they lost, Mark.
Next? See, now that's where you had me for a little bit and you lose me at the end. What is Jordan Poole if the big three aren't on the team? What is he?
Kemba Walker.
And what's your team?
Oh,
Washington Wizards.
And that's why I ask Warrior fans to say, what did you actually give up today? The league, by the way, just told you didn't give up as much as you think you gave up because you had to attach draft picks to him to even get an aging Chris Paul. So I understand what everyone's thinking about. Well,
so, yeah.
Some more than others. But anyway,
hurts.
I get it. I get the frustration because this fan base does not like Chris Paul. And we don't have to change. I do not enjoy watching Chris Paul play basketball.
If you're going to throw up in your mouth now, then don't stand and applaud when he debuts.
Well, I'm a Warrior fan. So whoever's in the jersey, I'm rooting for them to win. But I do not, to this point in my life, enjoy watching him play basketball. Could it end up being a different experience depending on where they go? We'll see. I'm not closed-minded. I'm just saying at this point, I don't enjoy watching the guy play basketball. But I think we all got to ask ourselves, what did you really give up?
Well,
because 3 years from now, when the big three go away, what would you rather have? Jordan Poole or all the cap space in the world?
Man.
And I know which one I'd pick.
Well, I don't know which one I'd pick yet because Jordan Poole's still so young.
Man.
I get he's immature. I mean, what they gave up was a prolific, if not volume type of scorer. And what they did give up was a player who we all acknowledge they couldn't have won a title with last year. So that's what they gave up.
Yeah, but in that role, like coming off of the bench, sort of a role. They needed someone to fill that role last year, and he was able to fill it. But if he's still on the team in 4 years, he would need to fill a completely different role. And I don't think any of us actually, truly think he could do it. Like, Guru, if you think he could be an NBA 1 on a championship team, I think you're in the minority on that.
Okay, but Willard, he doesn't have to be. That's not a mandate. What if he were 2? What if he were 3? And I'll say this, and I was having fun with Steiny. I text Myers his thoughts on the trade. What do you think Bob and company were thinking when they inked Jordan Poole to that deal? You know what they were thinking? They thought they had not the next Steph Curry. Jordan Poole earned that, Mark. And I just wonder if your guys' energy would be the same. Because I can't defend Jordan Poole after the punch, the fall downs. It was just Three Stooges type of calamity for him this year. I'm stuck on 2022, but Mark, I guess I'm stressing he earned that bag that the Warriors inked him to pre-punch. So there was something there.
They gave him that bag knowing that the bag would make him more tradable. If you don't give him the bag, you can't trade him the way that you want to trade him. So let's say they never gave him the bag, and right now he's sitting there wondering if he's going to get the bag. Like Draymond's wondering if he gets another bag. If you didn't give Jordan Poole the bag then, you couldn't trade him now for Chris Paul or any other major priced veteran. So they gave him the bag, and then he got knocked out, and then they realized, geez, if this doesn't go well, we can probably trade him more now than we ever could before. So the bag, I think, was more of it was a bag like you pick up at Oakland Airport where you're disembarking from a plane.
Goo, you see Joe Lacob at the Bob Myers press conference, and what does he look like? Everybody walked out and went, man, that guy's a control freak. Well, okay. So what did they not want to do with Jordan Poole? They didn't want to lose control. If you don't sign him at that point,
Jackson.
you get to today, right? You get to today, and where are you with Jordan Poole? Now, Jordan's got the control because he's a restricted free agent. He can head out on the market. The Indiana Pacers can give him $38 a year, and the Warriors have to choose between either matching it or letting him go and get nothing. And I know there are Warrior fans today who think that they just got nothing. Even though I'm not a Chris Paul fan, I can acknowledge they didn't get nothing.
Wait,
they did get somebody. They did get somebody who can run the second unit.
He's washed up, though.
I think he is. Willard, I'm with you. There's no doubt.
He is, but that's within the framework of what he's been in his career, Steiny. He's not Chris Paul. the statement I made, and I won't let you do what you love to do every day from noon to yeah.
You said he was washed up.
You're not going to put words in my mouth.
You said he was washed up.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
The exact
goodness,
words.
Mark, please.
So breathe, so I'll re-quote myself because I know exactly what I said. I said that people who want Chris Paul think they're getting Chris Paul. You're getting a lesser version of that. You're not getting that name anymore, and you're not. You're not.
You said he was washed up.
Yes, and that's what it is. When you're a star and then you suddenly come off the bench, you're washed up.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you can't play basketball at all anymore.
Yes, that's what washed
Paul.
up means. Washed up means you're done.
I disagree.
Okay.
I disagree. If a superstar ends up coming off the bench for 20 minutes, that's when they're washed up. That doesn't mean you're not allowed on the floor anymore.
And let me just tell you,
he played 30 minutes last year, and he played more games. He played more minutes than Steph Curry did.
He was a starter. He won't be a starter here.
Right.
He didn't play with Steph Curry last year.
Right, but he played with Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton, and he played with Kevin Durant.
There was no other point guard on the team. There was Chris Paul.
And they depended on him, guys. And what happened? The Studebaker on your way to the hospital, the car wouldn't start. So if he couldn't last with that, with Durant and Booker, how can we expect him to last here? That's
because he'll have less of a role.
2 words for you, Guru. Rick Celebrini.
Yeah.
We all want to talk about.
I hadn't heard that one today.
I texted Steiny like 17 times. He responded to none of them, and I get it. I'm on the no-read zone from Steiny right now, but I hit you with Rick Celebrini. He's the best in the business, and if anybody can coerce and coax Chris Paul into being healthy in the playoffs, it's going to be Rick Celebrini. And I'm not just saying that because I'm here at Chase. I texted Steiny, check your phone, timestamp 12:48. I'm all about Rick Celebrini.
All right, I'll leave you two with this because we got time. Who's going to replace that scoring off of the bench? And I'm asking you two because I already asked my partner, are the Warriors closer to a championship with this move or further? I believe it's not even close. They are going in the wrong direction if we just use this move. There's no way, Mark.
Here's how to answer it. No, you guys asked the question as I was driving over and I started thinking about it. As much as I am not a fan of this player, when you asked, did they get better today? Yeah, they did.
How?
And I will restate what I said about Jordan Poole. I am questioning what you all think you gave up today. You like, because you're sitting here going, how can they do this without Jordan Poole? They tried to do it this year without Jordan Poole. What did he average in the Lakers series? 7 points a game?
But Mark, he got hit in the face. He got embarrassed in front of the nation.
Come on, man. That was, what was it, 9 months ago? like, come on, man. You cannot tell me that can ruin a relationship between him and Draymond. That cannot ruin you as a basketball player. You have to still produce.
You're listening.
Like a lot of it, my point all along, and I know this has been, in some ways, people find this to be, I don't know if it's controversial. I don't know what people think about this, but some of this, and I'm not talking about the punch. I'm talking about his relationship within this organization. It is on him.
Yeah.
It is on him. He needs to take accountability for this. They don't do this if everything was Draymond's fault. They know what we don't know, and it's been obvious if you watch closely from day one that they are all turned off by the guy. It's clear as day.
Yeah. You're listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ FM at HD1 San Francisco, an Odyssey station. We're going to leave it there. We got business to take care of with Matt Nahigian.
Willard, a day like today?
Yeah, we got a meeting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, you got to win the big days.
I miss you guys. I can't wait to see you.
That's why we're heading right to the Chase Center where all the action is.
I'll be listening.
Willard and Dibs, 2 to 6. They have all your NBA draft info. They will turn it over to John Dickinson and Charlie Walter at 6 o'clock. Don't go anywhere. Chris Paul's a Warrior. Take it away, Willard and Dibs.